the live.
But
I got to get it going on Facebook and everything. Go ahead.
I was just
Welcome,
gonna
folks.
say, when these photos were taken, I had just left a hypnosis comedy show. Okay, so I don't know what that if that has anything to do with it, but it was a hypnosis thing. Like, I don't know. I think sometimes when you just listening to it can open up things, even if you're not the one being hypnotized.
Right. We are live, folks, on Facebook, Rumble, Twitter, and Twitch. So let's get started. Today we have News for Us World Fringe Division's call-in line to share your paranormal or unexplained story with us live on the air. So we're doing that every last Wednesday of the month. So today we're doing that. We're going to start off with having Dottie tell us her paranormal story, which starts way back in what, 3 years ago or so? You
3
said?
years ago, yeah, something like
Okay.
that.
Go ahead and start off with your. Oh, well, actually, let's play the intro first, and then we'll start with that. So let's do our intro sequence real quick, folks, before I forget, and then we'll start. Welcome, folks. So that was our intro. Don't forget to follow our pages and subscribe to our channels on Rumble, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Telegram, Facebook, and more. Why don't you go ahead and Dottie and get started with your story while we wait for somebody to call the call in line and share theirs on the air.
All right, what do you want to know?
So start with what happened in like 2018 with the hair incident, and then kind of connect it with the investigation that they did like not too long
Well,
thereafter with the, where
that's
we
a
got the
really crazy
EVPs from.
story.
So go ahead.
That's just a really, really crazy story. So I don't know. So I'm not even sure how long I lived here. It wasn't even a year. So within like, shoot, I would say, I don't know, 6 months, 7, 8 months of living in my house, which there'd already been some weird things go on. Like seeing shadow people, you know what I'm talking about? Like where you see like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
out of the corners of your eyes and things like that. Then that has gone on. And then someone wrote sick on the wall. It wasn't there before. And like one day it was just there. I don't know, just some silly stuff. And like, they like to play with you and like move your keys, like, or your whatever. When you go back for it, it won't be there. That would happen a lot. And like my friend said, he got touched when I was moving in. So there was all that other stuff. But like 8 months in, I don't even know how I realized it, but it came to be that my hair, my stupid hair was being cut in my sleep. And this went on for like, I don't know, 8 months. When I would, I don't even know what to say about it. Just, I was waking up with like chunks of my hair missing, and I don't even know why. Like it was weird too, because you wouldn't find any hair anywhere. It was like the bed was abnormally like lack of hair in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't even like your average hair fall in the bed. Like you couldn't find any hair anywhere. I never found any of the hair that was being cut off my head, like none of it. So I don't know, a few months in after that, I decided I was going to take back my power and shave my head. So I shaved my head. So I shaved all my hair off, thinking that this would make it stop. Right. And, they started like picking my hair, and like, I woke up one morning and half my eyebrow was gone. How does that happen? How do you lose half your eyebrow and not feel that stuff while you're sleeping?
Right,
Like,
right. I mean, how do you not? And then there's no evidence of hair anywhere. Like that doesn't make any sense.
no, there was no evidence of hair. So I'm like, how is this happening? So, and I blamed like everybody in the house, like my daughter, her friends, anybody that was around that had been around or would, you know what I mean? Like everybody was a suspect. Nobody wasn't a suspect, and I got these scissors. I'm like, how are they doing it? So I was like, oh, I'm going to test this. So one night, like I've come up with this idea of how they would do, like maybe possibly doing it, like where they would could be taking the scissors and dipping them in like Elmer's glue and then cutting. So when the hair would like fall, it would get caught on the glue, right? So I like tested this theory on my daughter while she was sleeping one night.
When Stephen and he sent me some of the clips, and it sounded like one of the voices were saying hair.
Yeah, no, me and my friend. Okay, so my friend that was around, she was staying with me.
Yeah, definitely.
When she was staying with me, she was staying in my basement, and she would like hear me yell for her every time she got in the shower and stuff, like every time, and it would drive her nuts, like, because she would always hear me, and I was never yelling for her. She heard that same stuff. We were listening to it. She come by the other day, and she said, "That sounds like hair, Angie." I'm like, "That does, don't it?" I'm like, "That is crazy." Yeah, I don't even know. Like it was weird. It was really, really strange. And there was no explanation. To this day, I have no explanation to where my hair was going or anything. The last day my hair was cut on was the day my mother passed away.
And then what about, remember when you were talking about, or something that I had noticed, that there was a lot of children playing hide and seek, a lot of like little footsteps, maybe.
I had friends that would hear, like one time I was at work and like an ex-boyfriend was here and he was down in my basement and he could hear, and there was nobody here with him, but he could hear little kids running up and down the hall. when he was down there. It like flipped him out. When I got home from work, he was on the front porch. He wouldn't come back into the house until came back, until I got home. Like he was out on my front porch sleeping. I worked nights. It was late, you know, and I found him on my front porch. I'm like, what are you doing? And I mean, he was like, you know, like this tough man, you know, like he wasn't afraid of anything apparently, but that he was afraid of the ghost or whatever. And then my daughter's friend, she asked me who I had living in my attic because she could hear people stomping around at night in the attic and it would wake her up. But you can't walk around in my attic, you know, you'd fall through. And she doesn't know this, you know, she was too young to even know that. When she asked me if I had people living up there, I'm like, no, what are you talking about? People living in my attic? No, I got people living in the attic. She's like, well, I hear them and they wake me up. I'm like, are you a light sleeper? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I just thought it was really interesting because what are you talking about? Like, you can't stomp on the ceiling up there.
You'll fall through. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll fall through. You have to go like, you know, like on the rafters, like walk on the beams.
Right. And definitely the sound that would make would not be like the sound that they heard.
No, like, yeah, no. Well, because they could go up they have rooms in their attic at her house. So
right.
it's living space in her house. So she doesn't know any different, really. Okay. I mean, I think they were only in like 4th or 5th grade, 5th or 6th grade. She was young. She didn't know any difference than that, really. So she would have no clue that you can't stomp around up there when she was asking me and talking to me, telling me the story.
And I'm curious, do you know a man by the name of Sal Cicero? I hear his name all throughout all of
Yeah, no, I don't know a Sal Cicero, but we do have a family here in St. Louis. They had a restaurant. Cicero's was a restaurant here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's
spoken of a lot. In the EVPs. I mean, it's always Cicero says, you know, Cicero
yeah.
says, well, Cicero says.
And the British woman speaks a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
She comes through quite a bit.
Her and then the couple.
We want to know.
We want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's also I noticed another little kid that says bullying.
No, we want to know.
We want to know.
Like it was so strange. Like I was getting all of the kid voices, and like Steven was getting some of the other ones, and like you were getting the ones that we weren't getting. And I'm like, wow, I wonder if she had a school, or if that was part of the orphan train where they stopped.
I don't know. I do know that this house had tunnels underneath it. It was a speakeasy, and so I have a Masonic lodge within a half mile or something, just a few blocks from my house. What would you say, up by the gas station we were at, Stephen? How far would you say that was to that?
Yeah,
lodge?
like a mile or two tops. Maybe
not even
less.
a mile or two. You think that far? It's
not even. I'm just giving it an outside estimate, but it's probably less than a mile, I would think, because that's what it seems like.
Yeah, it's so close, right? And the cemetery across the street from that gas station we were at, that is a Mason cemetery. Like that, it was all owned by Masons, and the lodge is like right next door to the cemetery. And I was told that there was tunnels that were underground from this house to that property.
Okay, well, that might explain it, but yeah, I hear.
I know midgets lived here.
Midgets lived, yeah.
Well, one of the midgets blew his head off in the bathroom with a 22. Oh, gosh. And I found that out. And that's, I was sitting out on my porch one afternoon. Me and Kyle were outside. He was working on the lawn. I was sitting there, and this car pulled up, and this guy gets out, and he starts talking to me. And he tells me about how his his best friend grew up here. And he's just telling me this, started talking to me, telling me about the house and how his dad committed suicide in the bathroom here. I mean, it was strange. Out of nowhere, some car just pulls up. But that's like this house. Weird things just happen at this house, just all the time. Like just weird. It's weird.
I think somehow that they're trying to communicate with us.
Stephen, what do you think about the house?
I think you definitely got some activity going on there. I think that there's definitely some spirit, for sure, some spirits there. I mean, considering that there was that one voice that said, "Sal, listen here, freeze them."
I mean, did you feel like
Oh,
weird
I did.
energy?
I did. And you know what? When we were over there, we were trying to get EVPs, even though we didn't have much luck getting EVPs. We got like maybe one or two of the British chicks' voice come
It's like we
through.
don't
And
have
then
the
we tried,
equipment right or something.
but they worked hell of freaking lighting up that temperature sensor on the ghost, the spirit box. That's the newer model with the temperature sensor. It was like going blue, 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 and there was no AC in the house when we were trying to figure out if it was working or not. And they were definitely lighting that fucker up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with you being able to pick up on that, Stephen, I'm sure you could sense there was a lot of activity around you, or was
I
it?
could feel it. Yeah, I could sense it.
Yeah.
You know, just the vibration of it. I could feel something was off with it.
What about any temperature differences? I know some people can experience like extreme cold.
I don't experience it personally myself, but the spirit box EVP device we had that we're using had a temperature sensor on it, and it has so it goes red, it lights up red for increase in temperature and then blue for a decrease, and we were getting a hell of a lot of blue hits. And but
Right.
Don, wasn't it? It would go. It would go.
It would go out of nowhere and it
what
would
were we
just start
asking
acting
it? And then it
crazy.
would go beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
and then it would stop beeping, but the light would stay on for a good like freaking minute, and then it would go off. So they were they were definitely speaking, like trying to get through, like because like it was really weird because normally that temperature sensor, when it beeps, it lights up and beeps and then goes off, and the beep stops at the same time. It doesn't normally ever keep the light on and have the temperature go the beep go off while keeping the light on. You know what I mean? So that
Yeah.
was odd in and of itself. But I think that was them trying to say, hey, we're here, even though we weren't having much luck with the EVP voices.
Well, the real boisterous ones, maybe they had crossed over when you know the other paranormal
When they came, well, okay, so when they came in, when they were done, there was definitely a difference. The house felt lighter. They definitely did something. You know what I mean? Like some of it was cleared out. And then I do a lot of saging. I cleanse a lot, and like I put salt around the windows and the doorways. I pour salt or through across them. That helps. But I think, and then just with what they did, and then the constant cleansing definitely helps. But I know when it's time to cleanse. Oh, and then I'll do holy water, like moon holy water, whatever, like just something that's blessed. And I'll do the actual property line where I go outside and I go around the whole entire property with it.
Well, because what I'm wondering is if the one spirit that identified herself as Sis, I could definitely make her out when I put in my earbuds, and it was almost like a surround sound. She was trying to speak to him, and it was like when he asked her if she was ready, you couldn't really hear because they would speak over her, like the real boisterous ones, and she had a real soft sound,
And that's really crazy, because that was my nickname growing up.
Right.
That's what they called me because I was the only girl out of all these boys, and Sissy. So Sissy is like what everybody called me.
Like how old were you? Because I'm just wondering if the age of you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? How old was I till they stopped calling me Sissy?
Well, yeah, like how old were you when you got that nickname?
Oh, a baby. I was young.
Baby, okay. Well,
yeah, like it was my little, my name since as long as I can remember. You know what I mean?
Your cute little your nickname.
Everybody called me Sissy. Grandma called me Sissy. Like my grandma. Like things like like I mean, it's like my old uncle still calls me Sissy. There's still people in the family that call me that.
Because I was just trying to figure out maybe to get some kind of an age age to go with that.
Well, I can remember back to the age of 2, so I can at least know at the age of 2 they were calling me that.
Yeah. No, I mean you with the other one that was there in your when they were doing the EVP.
Oh, I wasn't in my house. I wasn't. I had to leave when they did that.
Okay, so right. So you left. I was just wondering if we can kind of connect the two, to where somehow somewhere it crossed a dimension or across what I'm saying, like the physical and the spiritual realm. Maybe she got stuck.
Well, somebody brought up something like, what if you kids watch your higher self was watching over yourself? Or how did he put that?
Yeah.
What if it's you, like, how do you write it? Like, you are your higher self, watching
Yeah.
over yourself. Like you are your own like guardian angel or something like
Yeah.
that.
Like, what if she, what if she was watching over you, but that's
But
actually
it's really just me.
higher. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah. Like,
anything's possible.
We're all reincarnated. So what if
Well,
that's
yeah,
the
we never die. So yeah, anything's
Right.
possible. You know what I mean? Like I don't put anything, I don't.
That's why I was kind of curious if you
I don't know. That's crazy. I've thought about that. Well, like there's just certain things that are like I've always just had these crazy things happen. Like, so when my hair was being cut on and I was on the brink, I mean, if you want to make somebody crazy, you want to make them crazy, cut their hair in their sleep and don't ever let them find you, like who's doing it or their hair. Like that will, I mean, I almost lost my mind. Like I was teetering the edge of like sanity, right? And
Right.
my mom had just passed, and I had these cards and letters that I had given her that she gave back to me. And I'm really questioning my sanity. And I opened up this letter that she wrote to me a long time ago. And it was 10 things she liked about me. And on the list was a stable mind.
Okay.
And I've never questioned my mental stability. I've never questioned it again.
Right. So she was basically confirming that your mind.
Right. And
Yeah.
the day she died was the last time my hair got cut on. But so when my mom passed, I laid with her and asked her to make it stop now that she was on the other side, because I just didn't feel like it was real, like it was like something on the other side, like something that we can't see that was doing it, like paranormal, something like a ghost, something. Because I would put cameras up and never catch anybody. But one time I got into the shower and my friend was like, if I wouldn't believed it, if I wouldn't have been here, I would never have believed it. But I got in the shower and I got out with like my haircut was different. I got out with a mullet. I started hyperventilating because I couldn't, I didn't, why? Like, why did that just happen? Like she would never have believed me if I would have told her I got in the shower, come out and my hair was like cut.
No, you would have looked crazy,
Well, yeah, the only reason she believed it was because she was here with me and I started like hyperventilating and she's like, here, I'll fix it. Like I was just showing Steven some of the pictures of my hair being chopped on. It was being chopped on. Like it was, wasn't it, Steven?
Why don't you share some of that so they can see, our viewers can see it for themselves, because it's pretty obvious there was chunks cut out of your hair there.
So there's okay, I have to find it. There is a place in Missouri here that is up on towards Kansas City, Missouri, and it's Lillian's Hair Factory. I want to go there, see if my hair's there.
No kidding. That would definitely.
All right, I'm going to show you this first picture. I'm going to show you. Okay, so my best friend at the time, well, still like my best friend, but at the time, he would get these photos of me and different things on his phone. We wouldn't know where they would come from. Okay, and this photo right here that I'm getting ready to show you, what showed up on his phone. This is from 4th of July night, because that was when I seen him.
Don't forget to share your screen, Dottie.
I'm sharing it right now. But this photo came up. This is right after my mom died. My hair was being cut on, and I was sitting in a driveway with a garage behind me. We were watching fireworks, and he never took my photo. Like he never got his phone out and took this photo of me. But this photo showed up on his phone like the next day. This is one of them that showed up on his phone.
Okay.
It looks like I'm being sucked away. Like we don't know where no one took this photo of me.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't something that he did.
I don't think it was done intentionally, because you would have been in the middle as a subject. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like so I'm sitting there. I don't know, like, and nothing was lit up behind me like that. So it was a dark garage. I was standing in a driveway watching fireworks. It was 4th of July, right?
So wouldn't the fireworks would have been in front of me, right?
Would have been in front of me, right? But first off, he never took a photo of me. There was
right. I'm just speaking just in,
Right. So even if he was taking a photo, the lights, all the fireworks would have been from behind me. But if you look at I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like they're sucking me away. Like I had this big white flower in my hair on the side of my head because my hair was being cut at this time, like, well, it just got done being cut on. Huh?
If you look at it, it almost looks like if that was part of where your hair was cut, Like it
Well,
was.
this is like a flower. This white thing was a flower on the side of my head.
Right, but do you see the light? Like there's like there's a
See
in
this
the
thing on my
middle.
shoulder?
Yeah, it's well above that. I mean, there's like rays of light, and it's just really profound. It's not. If you go up, I mean, I couldn't even tell that there was a flower until you said that.
Yeah, no, that was a flower on the side of my head.
Okay, but the flower though, okay, we see that there's a flower. You see how that's like there's a ray, there's like one, two. It's almost prevent like I don't even know how to explain it. There's a bunch of energy
Yeah, like
from your
it's all
flower.
pixed. You see how it's so like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
like
I don't even know.
it looks like I can't even put it in words. I mean, I know what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, but
Yeah, but
but
like,
it's like it's all that light, and it's all is that white noise. You know how they would consider that, or is that actually like energy? I think it's
I
just
don't know.
energy. Do you have
It
a
wasn't,
strong
there was no light around me except for the fireworks up in the sky. So
in front of you, but that this is like beside you and behind you.
this is behind me. Yeah, the garage door was open, but there was no light on in the garage.
Well, somebody lit it up.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know where this photo come from.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just thinking. I've never seen this photo before. You've never showed this to me, so it's kind of
Right.
like, whoa.
It's
But you
weird,
can,
huh?
yeah, that energy from your hair thing, and that might be where possibly that they get their energy. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so here's another this is a video that showed up on his phone that we have no idea where it come from. Like nobody took
Okay.
this, okay, so now this is a weird story. We were in this house and it was, the man's name was Dick Lodge. Okay, this was Dick Lodge's house. What did I do?
Okay.
And they sold it.
That's too funny. You got a dog named Dick and a friend named Dick Lodge.
No, he was not a friend of mine. This man was not a friend of mine. So I worked when I was running my cleaning business, I used to clean these like $1 million.
Well, I'm acquaintance with then anyway.
No, never met him. He was dead. He's dead. Never met
Well,
the
a
man.
spirit's name then.
I know a lot about him, but never met the man. Okay, so I cleaned for this construction company, and I would clean these like brand new construction builds. And the man would, in this little part of town, he would buy these old homes, tear them down, and build new ones. And this was we were in an old home that they left all this stuff behind. And I mean, some of the weirdest shit went on here. My friend lost his mind after he went into this house, for real. He really lost his mind. But this video was taken out of nowhere. We don't even know where it came up. Oh, is this just an image of it? Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think I just pulled the image. Hold on. But this video is me. We're in there. And like the weirdest things was going on like in this house. So like, for instance, in the basement. Okay, so they had like an empty bottle of laundry soap from like current time, right? Sitting next to a bottle of laundry soap from like 1950.
Oh.
Well, that's strange, right? Like,
Yeah.
why is there?
Yeah, very strange.
The whole house was like that. Like you could go through the house, like there would be weird things, like things that were current sitting next to things that were like way old, and then like things would just appear there. Like you go in, you'd know this room was cleared out, and like say you showed back up the next day, there would be stuff that wasn't there before. Like it was weird.
Like they're trying to. It's like a parallel from their time to ours.
It was weird, and like
you know that they haven't changed. You know, like it's been maybe that it's been there the whole time, and they keep bringing it up to show you like, hey, we're still here, and
so I don't know, but one night he called me and he was losing his mind, talking about something about demons, spirits, something. I don't even remember what he was saying, but he called me up frantic, and I don't even know. Actually, it wasn't even at night. It was like in the middle of the evening, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And he's frantic about these demons and shit. And I don't even know why I said this, but out of nowhere, I started screaming at him, put the door back, Tree. His name was Tree. Put the door back, Tree. And I didn't even know, but he had taken a door down out of that house and he didn't have the door anymore. I didn't know he had taken a door. off the hinges and did something with the door. But apparently he did something
Well,
with
no
the
wonder
door.
it fucked him up in the head. No
Well,
wonder he
not, but
was-
I didn't even know
fucked
he
with
had taken
spirits.
the door
How
down,
could
but
you
he
know what it
didn't
was?
he never put the door back. But I don't know why I was telling him that. Like, I didn't have any knowledge of it. And I started yelling at him, put the door back, tree.
Wow.
It was strange, because I was unaware of the door, but he never did put the door back. It was just weird. Okay, I don't know where the video is, but this is another picture. I just found this one. This is another photo. Hold on, let me pull it up. That just showed up on his phone. And we don't know why, like where it come from, but it's weird. And this is during all the time, like, well, this is all happening when my hair is being cut on. My parent, like, people thought I was crazy. Okay, so this is a photo that showed up out of nowhere one day on his phone. Do you see it?
That's kind of blurry. Is that?
It is blurry because we don't
Okay, there
we don't
we
know
are.
what it is. To
Okay, there
me, it looks like somebody being sucked away. Like these are hands, like two thumbs, like the hands are together and like it's being sucked away.
Like it looks like one of those like disposable things. You know how you take the thing out of the sink and it like goes in that circular
Okay,
motion.
you see this part of the photo right here in the square?
Yeah.
To me, those look like praying hands that are being swooped. That's just what I see. Because if you think like the other photo, they were trying to suck me away, like my flower looks like it's being sucked away. That strange stuff like that. And then this photo is a photo out of my garage that no one took. But I know it's my garage.
That looks like sky with chemtrails. Or something.
No, it's my
Weird.
garage.
But it looks like a sky with, or like it would be like a skylight or something.
My friend said that she could see a Grim Reaper in it. To me, this looks like a little bony hand. I don't know. I don't know where these photos would come from. Like, it was just weird.
Like, what color is your ceiling in your garage? Is it
Just a like wood garage? But the thing, oh no, we do know where this photo come from. Okay, I remember now. My friend Casey had these dishes. She was pilfering and she pilfered this china set and she was taking pictures of it to sell it. And she takes a picture of the front of the plate and she flips the plate over to take a picture of the back. And this picture showed up in between the two photos.
Oh.
That's why I know it was in my garage, because she was out in my garage with them taking pictures of this china set. So, and we don't
That
know,
one looks
like
a hand coming up from the like a bony hand.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Yeah.
So that, like, okay, so we cleansed the house one time and not the garage. And so my friend left out of the house, went into the garage, and as soon as he got in the garage, it was weird. They tripped him and did all kinds of mean stuff to him. So I've always cleansed the garage ever since then. Like, I make sure to do that because sometimes the backyard not scares me, but makes me feel uneasy. And I find like bundles of sticks binded together and stuff in the one corner of my house all the time in the yard. That's weird.
That is weird. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely one thing that will make anybody go crazy is the cutting of your hair and not
In
knowing
your
where
sleep,
it's
dude, and you don't know what's happening. Like, you can't get it to stop. You can't figure out who it is. Like, I would stay up as long as I could. Like, I would I would just fall over, pass out. Like, because I was afraid, like, not afraid, but who wants their hair cut on?
You want to catch who did it.
Well, and I never could. This is a picture that showed up on my phone. I don't know. I don't even know where this come from. This was actually on my phone. That's weird how pictures just show up, but energy is energy, and it's like that, you know? But this is actually a picture of me. I don't know where it come from. I look extremely old.
Yeah, like, that doesn't even look like you. Maybe.
I didn't take this picture. Like, I know exactly where I was at. I was in the bathroom. I was getting ready to go out. But I never took a photo of myself. I don't even think I had my phone in the bathroom that night.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Like that. I mean, these photos would just show up. I actually was at a hotel when this was taken. I was in Arkansas with my daughter and a friend of hers and Ed. And I found this when I was going back through the photos of our trip. I have no idea where it come from.
So that was out of town then? That was
Yeah, I was at a hotel that was haunted, like this old hotel down in Arkansas. But you know, things attach to people, you know, so that just because if like say your house is haunted and you leave it, they can attach to you.
Right.
That don't mean your haunting's done. You know what I'm saying?
That means they can travel with you.
Yeah, they can attach to you. So I don't know, but also, you know, inner light pulls in that stuff. You know, things are attracted to light, like the mosquitoes, like to the bug zapper. So you can say, like we're like that. You know, that if your light's bright enough, you're gonna attract stuff to you. Because I'm always attracted, like the shaman one when I went
kind of,
with
I
a
think
shaman.
that's why we get so much freaking lashback or shit from people, you know, like, because, you know, that's just kind of like how it goes, you know.
Okay, so this is a picture. I just got home from work on this picture, and they were taking photos of me because things kept showing up, right? All this weird stuff's going on. How do I make this bigger? How do I zoom in? Okay, but how do you see my hooked hand?
You see the little magnifying glass at the upper left of the tab, like the middle two icons.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, can you see my hooked hand? Like, what is going on with my hand here?
What?
And why does my eyes look like that?
What the fuck?
I just got home from work. I just come through the door.
You're wearing that same white thing in your hair.
Yeah, I have a flower in my hair. Yeah.
And is that the same one? So I'm seeing.
It might be the same flower as the one before, but it might not. I had a bunch of them, but
it could
or could not be. It's possible. But look at my hand.
What the heck?
What is going on with me? You can tell my hair had been being cut on, like, because of how short it is.
Well, I could tell by your bangs.
Yeah, like they were jacking my shit up. Mm-hmm.
There's like a definite, like you got a cowlick going on that one side. You know what I'm
but
saying?
Look at my eyes.
Yeah. Your right one's really
weird, huh?
Yeah.
And then the dogs are moving around. I'm not moving that much. So why my hand looks like a hoof? Like, I don't know. Now, my friend the pictures were showing up on my friend Tree's phone. He took this photo of me when I come in from work. And we're looking at it like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? Why do I look like that? Don't make sense, huh?
That's really something weird.
Okay, so so this is what was going on. This is what flipped me out. So I was at a comic show and we just left it, but it was a hypnosis comedy show, and I was in the car and I took some pictures. This is me, this photo here. This is when I captured the thing on me that was attached to me. I captured it this night. But do you see, my eyes are blacked out. It's really crazy. This is really crazy.
That is weird.
Okay, so this picture, this is me too. Oh, shoot, come here. This is me too. It don't look like me, but it is.
Okay, what about the one before? Yeah, you look mean.
I look weird, right?
And look at your cigarette, Cherry.
Yeah, huh? So, okay, it gets worse. Okay, so this is a picture right before that photo.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
This is right before it. Those other two photos, so these are all taken at the same time. I just left this theater.
Okay.
So much different, huh? So check this one out. Something wrong with my eyes, huh?
That's scary. You look like one of those I can't think of the name. Your eyes are all black.
Yeah. Crazy, huh? And then let's see. Oh, I didn't pull the one where the actual thing, I captured the thing on me. This is a different night. This is me. My whole face is blacked out. These aren't very good pictures, but my whole face is blacked out. This is a picture of me with my, like, for some reason, something black on my, you can see my tattoos where my, right here is my chest, right?
Mhm.
And then my whole face is blacked out.
It's like it disappeared.
Yeah, it was really weird. And then where did I get this unibrow from? Like, wait, do you see this one? Where'd that come from?
Oh my God. No kidding. And like, was it shaved like that before?
No, you just seen the picture before. Oh, you didn't really see me. But okay, hold on. This is the same night, the same pitch, like in the car. Okay, so I don't have a unibrow. Like, where's the?
Yeah, you want to have a unibrow, and then
All of a sudden.
but you had a unibrow, and then it looks like part of that shade, and it wasn't like that before.
Yeah, like this one, my whole. I know I'm in the car and there's shadows and stuff, but this is.
No,
Okay, so the weird thing about this photo is I didn't show anybody that photo. Like we had looked at the other ones. I erased that photo, and that was the only one I erased. And I went and pulled it out of the like the trash on my phone, and I showed it to Tree, and he's like, "Well, why did you erase this one?" I'm like, "I don't know. Like it was just weird. Why just pick this one photo to erase?"
Send that one to me when you get a chance. I'm gonna try
Okay.
to lighten it up, because when I zoomed into it and looked at your face, it was a completely different face. It was really,
Yeah, right. That shit happened.
It's scary. I mean, like, like it.
See, I remember how fuzzy the one photo was.
Mhm.
Like that one's fuzzy too, like the one I was just on.
But it really wasn't. I mean, I could tell that one's fuzzy.
Weird, huh?
Yeah, I can't see your eyes.
They're not like that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta get into my photos. I gotta get the one I wanted to show you guys.
Man, you got enough stories for all of us.
I didn't mean to.
No, I know. This is
It just
fascinating.
like and I believed in spirit and stuff like that, but I never experienced like nothing significant.
I don't think they're out to harm. I think they're trying to communicate.
Oh no, they were fucking with me, dude. They were fucking with me.
Those ones were, but I think that
Oh, okay, here it is. Let me
I
show
don't
you
know.
this one.
That one at that time, but I think there's something different about.
Okay, this one. Do you see that thing on me?
On
Yeah.
your shoulder.
Yeah.
What is that?
I couldn't turn my neck for like during this. I had like whiplash for like a month. Like why that at this time I had a really bad neck pain. I couldn't turn my neck too well at this time. Like it was just sitting on my neck. Do you see like right here the hands?
Mm-hmm.
Like.
But you know what? I see another.
Do you see like the inverted hand?
I see that. That's
I see
weird.
the inverted.
Do you
And
see
then
the
it looks
thing
like
in my
arm.
chest?
It looks like the shadow of the arm is going across your neck.
Do you see this thing on my chest?
Yeah,
Horse?
it looks like I see it's like a spirit, like something trying to make its presence.
Oh, you know what I have? I'm going to look for it. I have an audio. Okay, so during this time I called this psychic woman, like, she's not really a psychic. She doesn't do cards or anything. And
Are you talking about the hack the timeline one?
no, I'm talking about something I've never even let you listen to. Like, I just didn't ever think about it. I got to find it. It was during this time, all this stuff was going on. And I called this woman that just gets like downloads, I guess, knowings, like she talks to spirit or something. I had these women flipped out. They're church women. Let me find this audio. These women were scared. They were scared. Like these women, when because I sent them these photos and they were flipping out. I have to find it. Hold on. I know I still have it. They talk about my eyebrow missing. This woman does. She didn't know that my eyebrow was missing. She said, "Who's drawing on their eyebrows or something?"
Wow.
But I love my house. I do like my house.
Tell our viewers, so we tell them about the investigation, and then what when that happened, like give them the rundown of that, and then talk about the whispers too a bit, and then because I think me and Jen were
About
listening
what?
to, and me and Jen were listening to him the other day. And we got some more out of it. Didn't you get some too, Jen?
Yes, I did.
Oh, talk about the investigation and then the EVPs that we found out just a couple weeks back when we reversed
So
them. So
because of
tell
all
that
this
story.
stuff going on, and it was just a lot. It was so much. I mean, because like there was a whole bunch of stuff going on at the time. I mean, when they spiritually come against you, they come against you. Like
Right.
when you're being spiritually attacked, and like your whole life is attacked. So, like the neighborhood's witch hunting my dog, my mom's passing from cancer, I'm losing clients for no reason. Like, I mean, just all this crap was going on, especially when they're dog hunt, like witch hunting my dog. That really sucked. They were costing me money. I had to call the news station to get those people to stop. And they did a whole news thing.
We heard like whispers, and we heard the name Jacob and Edward. What was another one?
Michael.
Oh, we uncovered the name Edward in there too somewhere. Edward.
Yeah, Edward.
So we're thinking that that's also the name of somebody who's going to be on this team.
My watcher said.
And it was something like this one woman.
Say what, Angie? You're what about your watcher?
My watcher's name's Ed.
Oh, what do you know? Holy shit!
And
there you go.
She was talking about something, and this guy's like, "Well, Sal Cicero," and she says, "into the neck."
I used to tell people Yabase Uvrat, which means F you in your neck.
Like she's like,
really? That's interesting.
In Bosnian, yeah.
She's like, into the neck, and he goes, and then some kind of.
He's probably making a pun at the joke that you used to make.
Yeah, it was a joke. Yabase Uvrat. It was in Bosnian. It meant fuck you in your neck.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm funny.
You are funny.
I gotta find this audio because this will, this audio is crazy. All kinds of crazy shit just happened. I've had all kinds of crazy shit happen to me. I don't even know why. Like like I said, when you get spiritually attacked, like it sucks.
I think they bring everybody. All the criminals. They bring them all to attack.
But
every angle.
All of this stuff like that happened to me has really made me like that's the only reason that I've been getting through with what's happened with my daughter. Like I feel like it prepared me for this in a way, if that makes any sense. I don't think I would be doing as well if this wouldn't have happened to me. Oh, and then another thing is, do you know the Bible story Samson and Delilah, right?
Yeah, it's almost like you have an understanding of it because of it.
Well, my dog's name is Samson and my daughter's name is Delilah. And they would cut Samson's hair when he slept. That's when she cut his hair, was when he slumbered. I'm just saying.
That is very odd. The synchronicities there. I think that's definitely something.
And I didn't name my dog.
I think that they're pointing to something. They're probably hinting at something. I mean, obviously trying to get your attention, I think.
Yeah, my dog came with his name. Like he had his name when I got him.
Yeah, definitely getting your attention.
Yeah, crazy stuff, huh? Oh, and then before the paranormal investigators left, she stopped me and she told me, she's like, your grandmother always knew you were special. And I'm looking at her like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, special. She's like, and then she just goes in and talks about a story about when she was a kid. or when she tells me a story about when she was a kid, she would see dead people and talk to them all the time like it was nothing, because she didn't have an understanding of death. She was so young, she didn't know. And the spirit was so alive to her that she didn't, she didn't realize.
I've got a couple of viewers that a viewer made a comment, and I didn't do the call line, but they definitely wanted to share something. I just seen this on our Facebook app on our live. So apologies, I had my phone off. It was charging, folks. This is from Elizabeth Knight. I could tell you some stories that happened to me since the 1960s that was shocked the whole United States, from what I experienced from the UFOs to the Central Intelligence National Security, that I have been a scientific study. I feel that that has a chip in me, possibly, and I have made control by the United States government, but I'm able to see whenever they start doing something. I'm able to go back into our archives. I have been ordered by many judges and psychiatrists to give me a psychiatric evaluation, and they cannot speak anything because of my paranormal life that I have lived. Watching from Illinois. Thank you, Elizabeth. We appreciate your comment.
Yeah, no, I believe that. I know they do shit like that.
I do too. And with my father being in the military for 20 years, I know that kind of stuff happens.
I can't find those that audio. I'm gonna have to next show. I'll find it for the next show, and we'll definitely play it, because I mean, you'll be like, what? It's just kind of, I mean, these women flipped out. But when that last photo we looked at, that's when I was like, that photo scared me. Like when I got it home, because when it was on my phone, if you had light on, you couldn't see. So when you stood in a dark room, you could really see the thing attached to me. Like it was. I'm like, when I brought it home and looked at it, I threw my phone the first time, literally threw my phone, because it scared the shit out of me. I was like, this is why I can't turn my neck. Yeah, I mean, my neck has been hurting for a long time, and like, I've never, there's no answers to it. Like, I don't know why it happened. I can't explain why it was happening, or who was doing it, or what was doing it. And I've tried to find like what's significant about hair. Like, why would somebody would do that? And you can't. I haven't really found too much that would make give you any reason why somebody would want your hair, other than like witchcraft. But man, they don't have to do all that. They could have just took it out of my brush and shit,
Right.
Like unless somebody was like, if it was a physical person, unless they just wanted to make me lose my mind, because that would be that's the way to do it.
But there would have been more evidence, I think, of hair.
Yeah, well, I would have cameras up. I would never catch anybody. Like there was, like, and it would happen. It would happen if I would lay down for a nap and there was nobody here. It would happen if, my daughter would be here and then she wouldn't be here, and it would happen. Or, you know what I mean? Or it'd be like noon and I lay down.
You're cutting out, Angie.
Okay, I thought that might be my Bluetooth, but
sounds like it's on Angie's end. Are you there, Dottie?
What's all that?
That was weird. You cut out there for a second. Go ahead. Go back like the last 10 seconds.
You said something about, like, we were talking about.
Are you guys hearing that?
Yeah, I heard.
What's the sound? Yeah, we're hearing it too. What is it? What is it?
Why do you sound like a chipmunk?
What? I think your internet's acting up.
I can't understand you.
I hear like a weird voice, like whispering, and I haven't.
There's something coming in the background on your end. I don't know what it is.
There's a flash, and right here by the number, even right by your left, or it would be your right shoulder. It's flashing by the 7.
Oh, that's just the filter. You can ignore it. That's just the filter. I'm talking about the audio.
Right.
On her end.
Well,
I think she got her signal went haywire because she just got booted off. So she'll probably jump back on here in a minute. I think they're fucking with us again. Either that or was the spirits trying to come in. That's what it sounded like to me.
I think it was because I heard whispering on the right side of my earpiece.
I could hear something in the background like somebody's voice, but I couldn't tell what it was. But it sounded like something was trying to come through. That was really weird.
I know, but no, it wasn't part of the filter. Okay, it wasn't. I swear. It was really strange. I couldn't explain it. So,
that was really odd.
Yeah, scary.
Oh, and Elizabeth says, your hair is not about witchcraft. It is about the spirit of your ancestors that had their hair cut off in regards to Angie's hair being cut.
Oh, that's a good insight. That makes sense.
It makes perfect sense to me.
And then especially I think was when she got that reading and what her mom had said or something about it, or having a strong mind or something, and that just backs it up. Okay.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That's that was really odd. Well, I wonder what that was all about. I mean, well, that was really weird. Why don't we play some of the
The EVP,
EVPs that we did the last time?
okay.
Let me bring those up for our viewers. The stuff that we found recently, the ones that you pointed out, like I think the ones I sent to you.
Yes, and then you pointed out a few other ones.
All right, folks, give me 1 second. I'm just loading them up here. There's like 7 or 8 of them. 1 second here. There we go. All righty, let me share my screen. All right, so this one, it sounds like it says it's right here. Let's slow it down and see if we get the same. Elizabeth, what do you hear? Put your word, what you hear it saying in the comments for us. If you're still watching, we'd love to get your input on that. So that one sounds like it's saying it's right here. At least that's what we think it's saying. Let's go to the next one. This one sounds like it's a child spirit saying his name is Jacob or something.
Jacob. 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 Jacob.
Sounds like Jacob to me, right? This one says, good job.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
This one sounds like it's saying James.
James.
A kid saying James sounds like a kid spirit.
James. 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 James.
This is the one that says Edward, folks. So that's obviously Angie's watcher because his name is Ed. So that's who that is referring to, apparently. which was even weirder. We heard Desiree's name in here. Like I think it was one of our last episodes that we did, but we aired this. That we listened to these EVPs. Jen, did you know that?
Yeah, I remember you saying something about it.
Clearly saying Edward. And then we got this. This is the British EVP coming in. It says, this one sounds like it's saying, "Time will tell" by the British Spirit. Sounds like time will tell to me. And I believe that's it. That's what we got. So yeah, that was interesting. That's what we just uncovered like the other day, folks, from what you and me listened to, Jen, right?
Yep, that's what we uncovered. We put together another child voice talking about a bullying, but that's like further. That's more.
Yeah, something about bullying too. I don't know if I got that one separated or not. Oh, here's Angie right here. She's back.
Hello?
Hey, what happened?
I don't know what happened. You tell
That
me.
was really weird. I think the spirits were trying to come through and talk to us. That's what it sounded like to me.
There was whispering in my right ear. No kidding. It was like.
Okay.
And I was hearing some weird background. It was like some a male voice talking like in the background.
You sounded like a chipmunk or something.
Something was going on with your internet, or
Like
it was
you
something.
sounded like a cheer, like
Like, hey, how many here video? How many did you have?
yeah,
Any
weird. Oh, what was that about?
Or how about
What
this?
was that
How
about?
about in reverse of that?
Never happened. That's never happened.
I've had it happen a few times when a signal on somebody's end is like shitty, and then it'll slow down really slow, and then speed up and catch up. It's really weird, but I've had that happen a couple times.
I've never heard that like happen like that before.
Why is it that I'm sounding like a chipmunk on your end, Angie? Sorry, I couldn't resist. I just had
That
to.
was perfect. That was perfect. I heard this like whispering, like female like voices were whispering together. Weird.
We want to know. We want to know.
We want to know what? What does she want to know?
I don't know. She wants to know
And then
something
he
for
says,
sure.
bring our children. Bring our children.
Bring our
Please.
children.
They say, bring our children. And then she says, please.
Yep. Please. And then we want to know. No. And he calls her a whore. And that one segment, he's like whore. She's like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, dude, that was intense.
Were they like arguing?
Right? It says that's what it sounded like. Yeah.
She definitely denied that. She said no.
Right.
No.
He said whore.
He was mad.
Excuse me, folks. But yeah, that was interesting. You guys heard that, right? On that AVP, you remember that, right? Jen?
Oh yeah, I heard
Oh
that.
yeah. I thought that was interesting. I don't remember where it's at on the audio. Do you remember approximately where it was at? But yeah, that was pretty interesting. What was it, the last show that we covered it on?
Did I hear that part?
Huh?
Yeah.
Did I hear that part?
I don't know. Did you, Angie? Or was that on us? No, you must have. I'm pretty sure you did. I think we heard it when we were listening to it that last Wednesday when we had Dennis on, I think.
And
They
then I
definitely
listened.
were saying my name.
we listened to it also like afterwards. Steven sent me the clips,
Okay,
and
yeah.
I'm like, and I heard something, and it was like saying all this stuff,
Right.
like Supreme Court and to change his career. He talked about changing his career a lot too.
Yeah, I heard that a lot.
And
Who's changing their
Cicero.
career?
Cicero
says. They say that a lot too.
Mhm.
I like the one that goes, "Find my wife."
And then then there's a whiny one. It's like,
Well, Elizabeth, for our viewer, Elizabeth, she just to explain, we were listening to EVP, some electronic voice phenomenon that was picked up from Angie's house from a investigation that was done by some paranormal investigators like about 3 years ago. And so that's what we were listening to. We're just trying to get your take on what you heard, if you heard it say anything, what it sounded like to you, because we usually will all tell what we heard or what we thought it said. And if if the majority of us agree on what it says and we're pretty clear on that, then that's a good chance of what it said. Otherwise, we usually come to a consensus on it. But I wanted to get your take, what you thought it had said. That's why I was asking. But those were EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, so believed to be.
Did you play them?
The voice. Yeah, we did play them. You want to play them again for our viewers since you missed it? We might as well. Hold on, I gotta load them up here in a minute. 1 second, folks.
Did you explain to him that this is in reverse?
Well, these were all reversed from the original EVP audio. We actually reversed the spirit voices that we got because we figured
they sounded like they were in reverse.
Sounded like they were in reverse, and then when we reversed them, we got really clear words.
They were understandable.
And there's some that even have communication or have conversations between the two of them. If you put like your earbuds in and you don't have any other, any noise around you, you can hear the conversations that the two other ones are having together. And it's really interesting.
All right,
you can kind of put together, you can put together like what they were doing at that time, I'm gonna listen to the other part and see if I can put it together tonight.
Really strange.
Very.
All right, folks. I'm getting all the different ones we separated recently for everybody, so we can. There we go. Now they're opening up. All right, cool. Here we go. One second, folks. Just loading them up still. Hold up. Alrighty. Now these are ones that me and Jen found last night, Angie, when we were going through the audio, or the other night. This sounds like a spirit child saying "good job." This is the one that says hair.
That's really creepy.
It is, isn't it? This one is the one that says Angela sounds about right. This one sounds like it's saying Gene.
She. 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 She.
What do you guys hear on this one?
Are they saying it's a plane?
That's
Or
what
that
it sounds like to me. Yeah.
Put the blame. Put the blame.
It sounds more like it's a plane to me. Now this one I can't make out, and I still haven't been able to. It's one of the whispers though. Could you guys make it out at all?
I cannot.
I can't. It's too fast.
Here's some more of the EVP whispers where they say Angela's name a lot. So that's like one that says Angela sounds about ready. This one I think says Angela. This one says hair, and this one says Angela, and the other one says Angela. So that's 4 Angelas in there plus hair, which is odd, folks. Let's listen to it again. And this one sounds like it's saying the name Michael.
Bullying.
This one is the spirit child we heard say bullying.
Bullying. Bullying. Bullying. Bullying. Bullying. Bullying.
And this one sounds like he's saying buffoons. This one sounds like it's a child spirit saying anyway.
Anyway. Anyway.
But it got cut off towards the end, it sounds like. But that's what it sounds like they're saying.
Anyway.
At least I think that's what it is. What do you guys think?
Anyway. Yeah, that's anyway. That's I remember hearing that with you. Anyway, 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 anyway. Because
So, anyways, you guys want to just talk a little bit about unexplained paranormal just for a brief moment while I go and attend my mom just for a second, and then we'll kind of wrap it up after that, I guess, unless anybody wants to call in. You guys?
Dottie, are you there?
I'm here. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see where we were left off about those pictures.
I sent you those. They're in the chat.
Okay. Oh, you did? Okay, good. So I'm gonna lighten them up and see. You know how sometimes you can get like a double exposure or something, but those definitely were not like that.
No, they're weird. They're definitely weird.
And yeah, your hand.
But like you were asking, like that since they came in with all the cleansing, the house it's not as active as it was.
Like that. See, you know, like that just showed that picture. It just there's a lot of different activity. And if, especially if it was dark and you're watching fireworks, then the light would be.
And that wasn't even at my house, that photo, like where it was supposedly taken, where I was at. I wasn't at my home.
And nobody can remember taking it?
No, it was on my friend Tree's phone, and he never took my photo that night. Like he don't remember, and I never seen him. If he didn't take my photo that I know of, you know.
And why would he take it like that if you were watching, you know, he would.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, he showed up. He was like, "Look what I found on my phone." I'm like, "What?"
Like, see that white thing that you had, like the white flower, looks like that other white flower that you had in that other photo. I'm just
right.
curious.
Well, I did. I had a flower in my hair that night.
It could be something to symbolize something. Like, I don't know if Stephen had said that hair cutting thing that the one viewer, Elizabeth, was, she had said something that it's not to do with witchcraft. It has to do with like other generations of hair cutting.
Oh yeah.
Have you known of any of your other members?
No.
Family? No.
No, I don't know anybody else.
Like
that's gone through that.
It would kind of make sense. Like it was a, you know, because I don't know of any like other places or any other like ceremonies that they would cut hair unless it was like a voodoo thing or something. But I don't think that. I don't know if those are really true. That really happens. Like, you know, this kind of spells or whatever that they cast on people. But it doesn't sound like that's what was going on in your case. And the fact that they know your nickname.
Yeah, that's weird.
And
okay,
and they're calling your name. I mean, they're saying, you can clearly hear them saying Angela, you know,
Uh-huh.
that just, there's no denying.
Okay, Jay, let me show you something. This is some more pictures that were taken. I just found. Oh shit, that's the wrong thing.
It almost looks like those, on an X-ray. You know,
Okay,
like,
so you see this photo? You can see this is me right here. Like my face is right here. Right, you see that?
hold on, I gotta go. Gotta switch over. Okay, now I can see it. Yeah.
So like right here's my face, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so tell me how this happens. This is like the same thing. That's my face right here.
Oh my gosh.
So what
Wow.
happened? I mean, you know, like you've taken selfies, like one, you know, right after another or whatever. Because I started taking all kinds of photos, you know.
Mhm. And I'm not sure. I had to click to look at your screen, so I don't know if hopefully the people that are watching, it switched for them too. Because I think Stephen was sharing his.
I was
had-
sharing
I'm
one of the
sharing.
photos you sent in the chat. Yeah, I don't think you realized I was still sharing. I stopped already, so we're back at the image you were
Oh,
showing. But
okay.
Oh.
you might have to re-show a couple.
Oh
if you
shit, I hit the wrong
before
button.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
yeah, go
didn't see
back.
the first one? No, these are
No.
different photos. Hold on.
Yeah, go from the
Oh,
very,
I'm
very
all
beginning.
confused now. Okay,
No,
hold
go
on.
from
Watch
the very
this.
beginning of the photo that you were showing me at first, because he was still sharing, and I had to select it, so I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, wait a minute.
I didn't either. I just found that out when I hit.
Steven, why are you messing with us?
I know.
Well, you weren't
Share it with
sharing. I
him.
figured it'd be helpful for them to
I
have a
thought I
photo
was
while you were
sharing.
talking. So I didn't know you
Okay.
were going to. My bad.
You
Yeah.
see this photo of me? See my face right here?
Yeah.
Okay, this is like one after another. This next one is just, okay, like same thing. That's a photo of me right here. What happened to my face?
Yeah, that doesn't look like you.
No, I don't even look like anything. It looks, I don't even know. How does that happen?
It looks like a scary image, you know, like a
Like a skeleton, like it looks like my face
Yeah.
is half eaten off.
a skeleton.
It don't make any sense.
No.
No. Yeah, no. I know, huh? This is all during like that time of all that craziness.
Wow.
Real crazy, huh?
Very.
Yeah, some craziness.
I'm gonna look up that Cicero guy, because I think there might be a connection.
Well, we do have a sister. There was a Cicero restaurant here in Missouri.
And that's Italian, right?
Huh?
Is
Yeah, it's
Cicero
Italian.
Italian. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like the one EZP, they sound like mobs. You know, Sal and a few of the other guys, the other spirits that were caught, sound like mob members.
Yeah, no, but, well, this was a speakeasy.
Mhm.
You know, mobsters did come through at this house all the time.
And then it's supposed to be through where you're at, through Kansas City, right? Was a big.
They would come from, I'm in St. Louis, and they stopped. This was like one of their stops. It was kind of like in the country back then. And this was one of their last stops before they would head up to Kansas City. And they would head up to a hotel called Elms Hotel, which is, I've been to the Elms Hotel, actually. That's where I seen that black smoky thing.
Can you show that other picture with you on there with your dogs and your hands all?
I didn't send that one to you.
Well, you did. I just want to look at it so I can like really zoom in.
With my hooved hand.
Yeah, your hooved hand, but like you could tell that
my eyes are weird too.
Yeah, especially the one on the right.
Share your screen again, Dottie.
Okay, hold on.
The right, and then there's another photo of you that you were taking, and your eyes are red.
Oh man. Wow. Okay, I'll share.
Okay, so I could see your dog on the left. He's active, you know.
My
so
dogs, yeah.
You could see that motion, but your hand, I just can't explain that.
Well, you can see how his tail's in motion, but I wasn't like moving my hand around real fast or
Right.
anything. I was just standing there.
Yeah,
Did you
I
see my hooved hand, Kyle? Have you ever seen this? The hooved hand? Oh, my lighter broke. Here's yours. See my hooved hand? Have you ever seen that? Isn't that weird? Did you see? Watch
That is weird.
Did you see my eyes? Can I go any closer? Can I make it bigger? Look at my eyes.
that's the right one.
No, like you can't see them, dude. Like like people shape shifting. No, that was much Grateful Dead one, but like shape shifting and stuff. Like, is that what that? Am I a shape shifter?
I don't know, man. That would
Do I be shifting shapes?
It looks weird, like your hand's doing that. It looks like a claw.
I call it my hooved hand, like it was a hoof.
Are you secretly a sea car that we don't know about somehow?
I don't know, man.
I'm just teasing you.
No, I don't think she. I just think that it's appearing in different images of her pictures. You know, there's different presence.
Well, you know, this is I think the something was just attached to me this whole time.
Yeah, like, but and then you could only see it in certain photos or in certain lighting, but it was all different. Like your hands, your eyes, and then the one, you know, your eyes were black, and then the other one, your eyes were like red.
Oh, I would say and do things too that I'd have no memory of at times. Like I'm like, when I didn't say that.
Right, like
during this time, like there, you know, I don't have memory of like things, you know, during this time.
So definitely, like they were attached to you. And
yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was weird. Now, see, I don't know if it was this house or if I brought them here or because you know things started happening at my apartment before this house. There was things going on at that apartment. Something was going around unscrewing things.
You know that the house. The guy stopped by here.
Well, I know this house, but I'm saying things were happening to me before I moved into this house at my other place. Like I come home and like the handle to the gate would be like unscrewed and like fall off in my hand, or the toilet handle would fall off and like be all unscrewed, like to the toilet, or the light fixture. I was like, somebody's going around showing me that their screws
tell
are
our
loose.
viewers about the shower in the basement.
That's Kyle's story. Kyle, what's up? Because I don't hear it. What?
No, it says every time I'm in there, I hear him. You're calling my name.
Okay, so my boyfriend says it, and my
like somebody's raiding the house too. Like the house is just stomping and a mad army of people storming through the house.
Okay, and my best friend when she lived with me said the same thing, but they didn't know this. Like, so they each came to me separately and told me this when they're in the shower in the basement.
That's interesting. That's corroboration right there.
You
Yeah,
know,
that was very similar circumstance to the ghost story that I had when I seen those ghost kittens in my old apartment at Cottonwood Creek 20 years ago, and my mom seen them too independently, and so did my roommate, and we all had corroborated these stories independently of each other. But go ahead.
I'm just saying that was just they were just separate. And then he said it sounds like they're raiding the house, like they're stomping around, which my daughter's friend that's a similar like same story that she would say about the attic. When she was telling me about asking me if I had anybody living in the attic. It's crazy. I've heard something claw in the walls before. I heard like clawing, like nails. Like, I don't know what I pictured was like real sharp, pointy nails clawing on the wall on the inside. You could tell it was coming from the inside of the wall. I think that time that had me in tears.
Yeah, that must have been creepy, huh?
Yeah, I was here by myself and everything's been going on. And yeah, that one kind of put me in tears. And like I said, the only time I ran out of the house is when something knocked on the concrete floor, like right on my backside, 3 times, like mocking the Trinity. And I was in the house by myself, and I was in my one room in the back, in the basement. And I ran out of there all the way up to the front porch, all the way through the house, out onto the front porch. And I had some like creepy stalker at the time. So then I was afraid to be on the front porch and I was afraid to be in the house. I didn't know what to do. It was, yeah. No,
Yeah, must have been so all those pictures you sent in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and share and scroll through each of them for our viewers in case they missed them for anybody that just jumped
okay,
on.
go ahead. I sent the pictures of my hair.
Yeah, I got them right here. Can you guys see them? All right, hold on. I just was making sure. All right, there we go. So here we go.
So this is like 4 weeks. This is 1 week in a row. Each picture is like 1 week, you know? It was really mean. Look at them. It's mean.
That one was so mean to you.
One of them was, yeah.
And that one there, that one really kind of gives me the gibbery, EBGB.
This photo here?
Yes.
Explain this one, Dottie, for our viewers.
Which one?
The one we're looking at now.
Like I said, I was in the car. I had just left a hypnosis comedy show and I was taking selfies in the car. And that's when I found that thing attached to me. And you've seen that. I don't know if I dropped that picture in the thing. Now that drawing, that picture, the drawing. Okay, so this thing, if you can see this. Okay, so my daughter's little friend was afraid to sleep. Something was keeping her up. Like she didn't know what was going on. And she drew this. But if you look at it, she never takes the pen off the paper and it's all scribbles. And that's what she drew. She said that is what was that's what it was, that thing there. And she just lived around the corner from us. But that thing's creepy.
She said that's who the one.
Like that's what she drew. Like she just started drawing, and that's what she drew. But if you like zoom in on it real close, it's scribbles. She never takes her the pen off the paper, and these scribbles look like little silhouettes.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
now I see what you're saying. So that image came out of the scribbles.
Yes, and she wanted to know what was going on, so she figured I'd have answers, right?
Oh
so
wow! You know, it's weird because I've done a technique like that before. When I was in high school,
she hadn't slept for she couldn't sleep for like 2 or 3 days. Like this thing, whatever this thing was not allowing her to sleep or whatever.
I have a really cool experiment. No, go ahead. Finish.
No, I'm done. But yeah, this was and she lives around the corner. You know, St. Louis is old. There's a lot of cemeteries around here. A lot of energy, old energy. So and she lives really close. So who knows? It could just be the area.
Right. Well, it's funny.
We don't know what we're on top of.
It's funny that you should point out the scribbles and that they made the actual image because on first glance, people would think that this was drawn intentionally this way.
No. Like these are, if you look at it real closely, it's like scribbling, like just, the pen scribbling all over, but she never lifts her pen.
Wow, that's really cool.
And she, her stomach, she had something weird, like her stomach hurt or something. And you see the little girl inside the monster's stomach. Like, I don't know. It was really creepy. I didn't have answers for the poor girl.
Oh, wow.
I felt bad for her.
So I have an experiment I want that I tried this picture reminds me of a technique of something that I tried when I was in high school that, okay. So basically it's like an abstract form of a way to reveal what your subconscious mind is trying to tell you. And so basically you have two people, you take one, the first person writes whatever word comes to mind, the first word that comes to their head on the paper, right? You just write it randomly or quickly. And then the other person does the same thing. And then you do it again. And then same thing, back and forth. And you do it until you fill the page up all the way, everywhere on the page as much as you can. And eventually after all the overlays and, writing words over on top of each other, you'll get a picture, basically an image will form.
Right.
So I haven't thought about that in years, but that actually, this picture reminds me of when I did that in high school, and it was crazy because I thought, what, let's do this, let's try this, because I had a feeling it was gonna, something was gonna be revealed, and so I got one of my classmates to do it, and sure enough, something was started, a picture formed. It was the craziest thing, but it was so cool. But I want to definitely do that on the show one of these days and see what we get. Just for it'll be kind of like the cards, like the tarot cards, but different.
You know what I just remembered about the one pictures of me where my face is all blacked out, Jen, that you said you wanted to lighten up and look at.
Yeah.
I just remembered something. We stopped at a gas station and his car started going, "Boo." Okay, he's got no car alarm on his car, nothing like that.
This
And
picture
so-
right here is the one she wanted to lighten.
Let me see.
Yeah. Well, that one, but then there's another one.
No, the other one.
Yeah, the other one.
Okay, Jen. So we were in the car that night. No, keep going. And
Yeah.
so there started this. We're like 3-4 miles, 5 miles
Right,
from my
that
house.
one right there.
And the
This
truck
one?
starts going, yeah, this picture. Okay, so we're in this truck and the truck starts going, boop, like making this like sound, right? And so we drive all the way back to my house, 5 miles. It does it all the way to my house. He has no car alarm. We turn the car off. It's not the stereo. And I mean, we undid the battery to the car and it was still going off. And then it just stopped. Like it was just, we don't even know what it was.
Glenn,
Like,
tell me when it's
nothing-
better, when the lighting's better, when it's to your satisfaction.
That one's a little, you can see it better there. How it's just on my face. But the car started making this boo. Like, I don't know. It happened for like 20, 30 minutes and then it just stopped. And I mean, we took the battery off the car and everything when we got back to my house and it still was doing it. Really strange. That's why I say they don't just, they can go with you. Like, they don't just stay in one spot, I don't think.
Don't close your eyes and don't try to hide, for silly spook may sit by your side. And that's when ghosts come out to socialize. And don't bring one home.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never really had any experiences like that until really when I moved into the house and things got really crazy. Except for like somebody, I thought it was the maintenance guy was going around unscrewing things in my last apartment. Who knows?
Wow.
The dark is attracted to the light, you know.
It is.
So they're, you know, like a moth to the flame, kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah, like
And-
that. Like I was saying, the mosquitoes to the bug zapper.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
You know, it's funny you should mention that because we got our fly zapper out in the living room and my niece has been over today because she had, and we went to the hospital yesterday. I guess she had a minor seizure or whatever. But it was funny. She heard it. I was in the kitchen making dinner and we heard the thing go. Pop. And my niece thought she broke the recliner because she was like rocking back and forth in it real quick. And she's like, what was that? And it's like my mom was telling her, oh, that's the fly zapper killing a fly. And she goes, oh, it was? And she said, I thought it was the chair. I thought I broke it. But yeah, I mean, it reminded me of that. But like, yeah, like moths to the flame, more or less. The light,
Yeah.
you know, the dark is attracted to the light.
It totally is, for real. Oh, I just found the account with all that, like a lot of that stuff in it. Here's a close-up of that one photo. I'll send it in the chat. It's crazy. Like I can see something like there's something, it looks with like horns on my chest. It's crazy.
that looks like, and the hair in the other photo, looks like it
Well,
was
they started like picking my
behind your
hair.
ear.
Like so I shaved it and it would start to grow out like just a little bit. And it was like they would shave little chunks out of my hair.
where it was noticeably like,
Yeah, I would
awkward
notice
looking,
it. I would notice
know?
it. No, I noticed
Definitely.
it. I was checking my hair. Like I checked my hair like daily, like my head. I rub my hands through it and be like, what the hell? And that's how I would tell. But see, it took me a minute to realize they were cutting my hair because I had a short haircut when they started, like a real, like, you know, like a real choppy cut to the front, you know? So it took me a minute to notice that my hair was even being cut on.
So this photo right here, this one right here, what was it? This is a close up of your neck and your lower
Like
mouth
that's my
area.
chest where that hand is. You see,
Mhm.
like there's something there.
And then the hand is that the same one?
Then
where
that
the
other one
hand
where
is
we saw the shadow of
inverted?
the arm on your neck. That first one.
This is a close up of it.
Can you send the original one? I want to look at that one because
I
I
think
don't
it's
think
in
you
the
sent it.
photo. I think it's in there.
I looked. I didn't see it.
You didn't?
No,
didn't
I
see it.
see.
Okay.
That's not the one I was talking about. I was talking about the other
That
one.
one's those are all in the same night. Those ones there.
The one I was thinking of was the one that comes across from the upper right to the down to the left, and you have the
Yeah,
thing.
that one we were just
That
looking at
one.
is a close up of that.
Can you get it? Can you send it
Yeah,
in
I
the
can
chat?
get
'Cause
it.
I don't think you sent it.
I can get it. Yeah, hold on. I have it. My mom's friend come over crying, and she says, "I don't know, but I was compelled to come over here." She's like, "I've only seen things in movies," and she come and she started putting like cups of vinegars like somewhere, and like she was like, she had this. They told her to write like Jesus save something. I don't remember what she had written on these papers, but she came over and she was taping these
On the Fringe with Dan.
paper. My friend's mom, she was in tears. She was like, I don't know, like spirit told her to do it, like come and put these things of protection in place. She showed up, she was at my door crying, like she's like, I don't normally do anything like this, I don't even know what I'm doing, I've only seen things in movies. That's why she had like she brought vinegar in these cups with her.
Yeah, that's the same one that has that inverted hand behind her.
Where the hell did it go? Now I'm not finding it. That's crazy.
Well,
That's stupid.
just when you're looking for it, and it never wants to show.
Oh, I had
up.
it up earlier. Oh, here it is. So I don't know if like the hypnosis thing brought something out, like, and that's why I was able to capture it this night. Like, I don't know if that had anything to do with anything. That's
It
what I was
probably
saying.
did.
That's
It
what I'm saying.
probably
Like, even if
did.
you're not the one being hypnotized, I think that, you know, you can be affected by that.
And
Right.
and if you have something attached to you, they could be hypnotized.
That's
by
what I'm
that.
saying. Like, even though I wasn't
Yeah.
the one on stage on the comedy skit, like, doesn't mean that, you know, like I didn't go, like, subconsciously go there, like, by just listening, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think that's possible. There you go, Q.
You definitely had attachments to you that.
Oh, God, yeah.
Hell, you could definitely. Oh my
I went and got
gosh.
baptized.
I bet.
No, I did. I was like, holy shit. Me and my daughter, we went and got baptized at one point.
Yeah, that one, and that's the same night.
Wasn't
Right,
there a color one though too, a black and white one as well?
I don't think so.
I could have swore it was not in black and white. It was the same color as this one. These ones right here. It was the same color as this one. I could have swore, wasn't it, Jen? Or am I tripping?
No,
Yeah, I
that's a
thought
different night.
Okay, that one's a different night. Okay,
Yeah, those are
Look
different
at that
times.
shit. It's a hand. That's creepy.
but whose hand is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. And then
I
there's
wish I
something,
knew. I don't know, man.
something
Creepy.
around your face, around your neck, like there was not smoke. Wow.
So my daughter would get nervous here sometimes. She'd call me up and be like, when you coming home? Like, I'm like, why, you creeped out? You know, sometimes she'd get a little creeped out being here.
I'd be creeped out too.
I would too.
I've never really, I mean, besides those, like, just a few times I've talked about, I've never really been creeped out or too scared. Like the house, I like the house. I think the house wants me here. That's how I feel about it. I don't think the house wants me to leave, like doesn't want, you know, new
No,
tenant.
I don't either.
I outlined the hand for our viewer.
Yeah, I don't think the house wants new tenants, you know?
No, but there are some that are there that are occupying, you know, that shouldn't be there.
You think still?
Yeah, I
Tuesday or
do.
Wednesday?
But I
That's
do
the outline
think,
of the shadow of the hand where we think it looks like, but that I outlined it for our viewers. That's just odd, isn't it?
wow.
Yeah, I couldn't turn my neck. Like I said, during that time I had like whiplash. It was like I couldn't turn my neck. It hurt to do so.
But that hand behind you, that's so creepy. And then like that's that looks like it's in the physical realm, but then the other one that is around it that he outlined is like a spiritual. So like they're half in and half out.
That's what it looks like. I agree. It looks like
You
that.
know,
Yeah.
like oh my god, I'm getting shivers now. Did weird things happen that night to you?
No, I don't remember that anything too weird that
You don't
night besides
remember it?
finding that thing on me.
Okay.
I mean, it flipped me out. That flipped me
Yeah.
out. I didn't like it. Because I mean, what do you do when that is happening? Like nobody had answers. There was nowhere I could go. There was like just not anything that could go sprinkle, sprinkle. You're all like it's all fine. I mean, I had to fight these things off. You know.
Well, you had to figure out who they were, what they were, and what they wanted.
Well, my mom helped a lot when she passed, actually.
Yeah.
Because of the day my hair was cut on the day my mom died, and then that was the last day that it happened.
Wow. But I've never seen anything like that before. Like an inverted hand in the physical realm, and then another hand in like a spiritual realm that really takes a lot to look at to see it. You know.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, like, but there's something else. There's another presence like below that hand and above the hand, like right above your chin. Like a smoke. I don't know. It's
You mean right here, Jen? Where the arrow right here?
yeah, right there, and then below it, there's some. I can see it.
That's not your hair, Angie, is it?
My hair was short.
Okay, so yeah, that.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
My head's shaved at the
Weird.
time, basically.
Yeah, it's very short, and like you could see there's that like dark spiritual thing, and then you see that like right, yeah, it's like almost a circle, and then it's almost kind of like dark and light. It's like if you were looking at an X-ray, and the dark colors show, what is it, bone or something, and then the light colors show something different. I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to figure out how to interpret it, but it's really fucking hard.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's like, but that one there, that inverted hand, I can definitely say was done in and out of the physical and spiritual realm. Like it was like almost, I don't know if it would even be the same spirit entity. Was there two? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what I'm like? And I just got new glasses, so I know it's not my glasses. In fact, I can see a lot better. Got my granny bifocals, so I can really make stuff out. So it's not my cheap glasses, but that's what I see.
You know, and like, and nobody believes you. You know, like people don't believe you. They think you're crazy. You know, and I'm like, no, this shit's happening.
And you're like, you see it? Do you see? And they're like, no.
Well, because that was the only thing I would talk about was because my hair was being cut on, man. It like really was messing with me.
Right, it
Well,
would bother
it
me too. It
would.
would fuck somebody up psychologically if they couldn't figure out where it was, how it was happening, or where the hair went. Shit, that would fuck
Yeah,
anybody.
so there would never be hair, and I could never find the hair anywhere. Never did.
I mean, you only see that kind of stuff in those movies, and that's like the unexplainable paranormal movies that.
Yeah,
you know,
but
back in
you
the
know, like
70s.
life is a movie. You know what I mean? So
Right, but to have it happen in your real life, how can you
have
explain it? To
it
somebody?
happen to you. Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, like they're like, like yeah, that's a horror movie that my grandparents used to watch. You know what I mean, kind of thing, and people just don't. It's the stigma of the paranormal.
Right.
Yeah, and but I was being mind slided at the time. They were doing stuff like that. They were having things happen that weren't happening, that they were like that I was seeing. You know, that I don't know. All that just sounds like MK Ultra shit to me, you know?
It does. It sounds like definitely, but this is in the spiritual realm. So I don't know if they really, you know.
No, I'm just saying during that time they were mind sliding me and like
Yeah.
showing me things that weren't happening. Like I've seen my daughter push my stepdad down, but he fell, but my daughter didn't push him, but that's what I've seen her push him, and they're
So
both going no, but
you were questioning your sanity. You were questioning your sanity at that time.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
maybe you lowered your inhibitions, and that's when the spiritual
Well,
realm was able to come in. You know what I mean?
Well, things were really deep, like dark. Like my fiance just called our wedding off, like just right before all this started happening. My mom was about to die, and things were bad. So yeah. So you get down, you get depressed, they come in, they can attack, they can attach.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
Especially if
attack from
you're in
all
lower
angles.
vibration, folks.
But
From
I have
from
to
all
say
angles,
that has
didn't
kept
they?
me from losing my mind with them stealing my daughter. Like if I wouldn't have gone through that, I would not be
Mentally strong enough.
I would not be strong. I would not be able to be where I'm at right now. There's no way.
It's prepared you
it's
for the war.
it's crazy how
It
how
has.
that worked out for you, because with what happened to my mom, like I'm handling levels of stress that I never would have been able to handle prior to that, and
Right.
but that prepared me for the work I'm doing now and the levels of stress that I'm dealing with now, from all covering this issue. And so like it's kind of the same for me, but from a different angle, same difference. So
Yeah, there's no way I would be able to handle what's going on right now without going through that experience. There's no way.
And the same thing with me when I was having my son and hearing the things that I did and experiencing what I did. There was no way I would have ever been mentally prepared to even be able to wrap my mind around what's going on now.
Right. Yeah, if I wouldn't have went through that, I'd be no good. Like I wouldn't be able to advocate for my daughter. I wouldn't be able to function probably. Sometimes I wonder if I just, how we choose to come back. And sometimes I wonder if I didn't just say, okay, so if I don't wake up fast enough, do whatever it takes to wake me up. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Because the best way I can describe it, it was definitely a dark night of the soul. And really, it just was like they drugged me through the depths of hell. Like literally I got drugged through that shit. And then boom, right after all the hair cutting, that's when I hit the courts. Like the court shit happened right after this. My hair was pretty short when we started going to court.
And you were ready to go, right? You were ready for war. You had all your stuff strapped on,
Well, when I was standing in front of the judge that one time, I felt literally like I was in the belly of the beast. Like it literally felt like she was dark and I was light. And, at the time I had like dyed like gray hair, and she had like dark hair, the black robe. It was like literally, she's all dark and I'm sitting there all, with my gray, like I'm the light.
You probably were.
It's what it felt like,
Well, I don't think that that's too far from the truth, being in that position in those evil.
Yeah, because I mean, it really just felt like I was in the belly of that beast. Like, holy shit, how am I going to get out of this?
Right.
I call family courts the gateway to hell. I mean, the gateway into hell.
And well, that day was actually the first day they were trying to take Delilah from me, because they tried to take her a year prior to when they took her. They were trying to get her a year before that. I wouldn't give her up. They had me pinned in the back of the courtroom, yelling at me, "Where is she? We're going to get her. Where is she?" And I'm like, I'm not giving up my kid.
Wow.
And that was the year before. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy too. But it always seemed like everybody was after to take her. It just seemed like that.
Did she ever have any hair cutting problems?
Delilah?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, did she ever cut her own hair? Or
no.
Friends? No.
No. And people said that about me too, where, well, you had to be cutting your own hair. I'm like, well, one, I don't have a habit of cutting my hair. Two, I don't have a habit of sleepwalking at all. Like, I don't have these issues, like I'm not a cutter. I never cut on myself. I never had any, I didn't have any kind of a tick or anything that would make you think that it could morph into that, because I questioned myself a lot.
I was really young.
Am I doing this?
And I had a Baby Alive doll, and I used to cut the Baby Alive's hair, and the hair would grow and stuff, right? Well, one time my friend had really long hair, and I thought I was a hair stylist, and I cut her hair really short. I was never allowed to play with her ever again, and I never cut my own hair. That's why I was just curious. I was just curious, like if
You know
she
what you
picked
just
up that.
reminded me of something else. Also, when I was going through and I found the list of 10 things where, my mom's like, you have a stable mind. I also found a card that I wrote my mom. Well, not found, but was reading a card that I wrote my mom same time. And at the bottom of it, I wrote, P.S. Don't cry. It's just hair. It'll grow back. Because to my
That's too
mom,
funny.
10 years prior to this happening, I told my mom, don't cry. It's only hair to grow back, because I cut my hair real short, and I sent her a picture of it in this card. And when I was a little girl, when I was about 5, I had real long hair. I'd never had a haircut. And I took scissors to my hair. And I remember me and my mom standing in the bathroom, and my mom sitting on the toilet seat just crying. And she bawled for hours because I cut my hair so like jacked up. And so when I sent her this picture of my hair real short, I told her, don't cry. It's just hair to grow back. So this is 10 years later, when my hair is being cut on in my sleep, that I read this. It was like my past, present, future self all at one time. It was like one of the most surreal moments I ever had.
Totally. It's very surreal. Like 3 points of your past self, like connecting.
Yeah, no, it was the most surreal moment I think I've ever experienced, for real. Like that moment was weird, because I'm like, am I talking to, it's like I'm talking to myself.
Well, we had a really good show today, you guys. We're at an hour 56 minutes 11 seconds. So why don't we get ready to wrap it up? And you guys want to do kind of like an outro segment? You guys want to go ahead and say tell everybody follow our pages and subscribe to our channels? One of you two. Just all you gotta just
Any
say.
volunteers?
Yeah, any volunteers? Hello, we need a volunteer from the audience, please.
Any volunteers, Jen?
Please subscribe to all of our channels. We're on Rumble, YouTube.
Rumble. We're on more than Rumble.
I know. What else, girl? Help me out here.
Rumble,
we are
YouTube,
on Facebook,
Twitter, Twitch,
YouTube,
Facebook.
Twitter. Facebook. What else?
Telegram as well.
Oh yeah, Telegram. The Telegram channel.
We are. And we're adding more every day, folks. We're working, we're getting our podcast out. We're mostly on Facebook. That's where we get most of our traction, but feel free to check us out on Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Telegram. We are trying to migrate away from these other platforms like YouTube and Facebook or Fakebook. Anyways, but for the time being, we are going to be broadcasting to them all until we take them over. So that being said, thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to follow our pages, subscribe to our channels. Also like our pages, but don't forget to subscribe or follow them, because you'll get notifications that way of our lives. And then we will be doing this last Wednesday of the month call-in line to share your paranormal stories every once a month, last Wednesday of the month. And we also have a special show planned for Friday for tips, techniques, and survival traits. We will you'll find out when we put the promo out tonight. But it's going to be a good show. So don't forget to check out that, as well as Sacred La Vista this Sunday. Thank you, everybody. Thank you guys for jumping on, and we will we'll see you next time.
Till next time.
Till next time, yeah. gonna hang up on me?